Hello, I'm Chris, and this is my 22.5-inch semi-conversion part 3 video. Today's goal is to get all these wheels and tires on this truck because I'm not even supposed to be working on this right now. So it rained, and that's what the new adapters look like. We got to get them sandblasted and painted. So it's just surface rust. It comes off super easy. Alright, so a lot of my videos I sandblast without a mask, but I'm going to start doing it. So another very important thing is the wheel mounting surface needs to be 100% inspected and clean. You could have some kind of scale or something making your wheels not mount 100%. So we're going to go ahead and give this a light sandblast. So we're not going to polish the wheels in this video, but I am going to sandblast them. Let's check this out. Alright, so the reason we're sandblasting is because these wheels are super freaking rough. I wanted to get them back before I bought a polishing kit, and it turns out I'm going to have to buy a polishing kit. So for right now, we're just going to sandblast them. They're going to look pretty good. Let me go ahead and get them all done. So I didn't have time to do them all in the video. It's a lot harder than it looks. I just did one outer and one inner. So I have videos on polishing wheels. I know how to do it. But these big rig semi wheels, it's a whole different ball game. As we zoom in, check that out. All that has to be sanded out. So let's do some unboxing before it gets too dark out here. So I got all my hub covers and lug nut covers from this company right here. Let's check out the front hubcaps. So they have pointed ones and domes. I went with the domes, and these are chrome plated. So on the inside, it's gonna have the little clips. We're just gonna attach them right here. Damn. So another thing we need to talk about is the difference between cast and steel adapters. This is a steel machine down, the other style. So another video I was talking about those would be better because they had longer lips. But doing a little bit of research, you do not want casted adapters. You want straight steel. Call the place, make sure they are not casted, because we all know cast iron can break. So the tires I went with are 265/40 R22. So those are super cheap tires, but it may be a couple years before I even drive the truck, so they'll be fine for right now. So the rear hubcaps, I got them from the same place. So these are two-piece chrome plated. It's gonna have a ring like this. And the way these work is they actually go on the outside of the wheel, and you're just gonna slide that piece over like that. So you just slide it over, try not to scratch it. And this one caught me off guard because I thought this flange mounted inside the wheel, and it does not. It mounts on the outside. So for the rears, it's not gonna show that much. It's not gonna bother me, but not really what I wanted. But that's what the two-piece. The three-piece is gonna have this removable to access your hubs. But that's what it looks like. So all this came from the same place. So this is just chrome plated plastic. It fits over these. I hope it works. So this kit came with 60. So we have some, if we lose them or they get screwed up. So we got them primed up so they don't rust. So remember, you got to use your thread locker on that adapter. I can't do it right now because all that's coming off because I got to sandblast and paint everything. So the guy that did the wheels for me said that that cabin chassis rear end is going to hit the tire on the springs. I told him I put the 1/4-inch spacer. He said it's still going to do it. Let's find out. All right, so far we're not hitting the springs. So that's looking pretty crazy. Let's do the front. So for this one, we don't need a spacer. so mad if I can't use these. And just that little bit of primer is interfering with the wheel going on there. So these type of front hubcaps don't work with those adapters. They have the tabs right there and the clips. I had to cut them off. And I guess I'm just gonna hot glue this on there when I get it ready. We're gonna tape it on there for right now. All right, so let's press these chrome lug nut covers on there. So the semi conversion is finally done, and it all worked out 100%. I haven't done the other side because I haven't tubbed the other side. Video coming on that. And that's why I'm going to keep that color scheme on there, because it just really goes with those wheels. Okay, so on the back, the only thing I don't like is that 2-piece flange, but when we polish the wheels, you're not going to notice it. Well, they actually look pretty good sandblasted, but that shiny chrome is just too much of a contrast. But for right now, they're going to stay like this. See how that front wheel just sits perfect. So when you put those wheels on there, it almost has to be lowered. I already bought all this stuff to lower it. Video's coming. So with the cabin chassis 14 bolt, we were able to get 3/8 clearance from those springs on both sides. Everything worked out. So let's talk about how much money I spent in case you want to do this to your truck. Now keep in mind, we still have to do the polish, and all that stuff to do the polish is going to cost $150. Okay, so $1,360, that was to have the wheels cut, new tires and mounted, balanced, all that stuff. The wheels I got used, $750 for all of them. Adapters were $870. So hub lug covers $200, and those O'Reilly spacers $35. So that's how much I spent. Remember, we still have to buff the wheels. That setup's going to cost $150. You'll see it in a future video, because polishing those wheels is going to be a nightmare. All right, so everything worked out. If you have any questions on this conversion, feel free to ask me whatever you want. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.